Is there any hope?
Look, I think the Gazans have a lot of hope. You wouldn't imagine how resilient they are. But for somebody that is outside Gaza, just watching, talking to media, trying to explain, what can you say to a friend that he knows? He told me, my house is gone, but I'm there to preserve and guard the ruins of my house. I simply choose not to leave. And frankly speaking, I try to contact him almost every day. All I want him to do is to just tell me that he's still alive. And sometimes I succeed, sometimes he is not responsive. So there goes of course, the stress and whether, I don't know, what happened to my colleague, to my friend, or what didn't happen. To be honest, scenarios that you wouldn't really would like to think of. But this is how it is in Gaza, and he's only one person. So imagine these thousands of families and children and so on. And speaking of children, speaking of the situation in Gaza, their health, for instance, namely, we had to delay and postpone the third phase of round two of the polio campaign. We are supposed to be going to the north, Gaza City and northern Gaza, to administer the vaccine against polio for 119,000 children. Okay, but because of the ongoing attacks, because of the ongoing bombardment, we're not there yet, and it was delayed and delayed and delayed. That was a decision made by UNICEF, by UNRWA, by WHO, also by the Ministry of Health.
And when it comes to the polio vaccine, and what happens if they don't get this second dose?
Can you repeat the question?
When it comes to the polio,
studio, I can hear the colleagues in the studio as well. So if you could just repeat the question.
apologies for that. When it comes to the polio vaccine, what happens if they don't get that second dose, the children?
Well, the thing is that we go back to ground zero. The whole aim behind the campaign for polio vaccine was to save the children in Gaza from being subject to this very dangerous disease. They will be paralyzed, and the targeted number is 590,000 children in Gaza. We did that in the first round, and we managed to cover more than 90% of them, which is a criteria for success, an indicator for success. But then when we started after around 6 weeks, the second round, which is important, just equally important as the first round, we started with the middle and we moved to the south. This is how it was arranged. And then we're supposed to be moving to the north. Now we got the coverage of around 76%. If, God forbid, we do not make it on time up north, then this will impact, of course, the attempts to boost the immunity of the children. So interrupted rounds more than 6 weeks will definitely have a serious impact. It will jeopardize actually all of the efforts to stop the spread out of the disease or the transmission of the poliovirus disease. So more children will be falling into the circle of paralysis, God forbid.